Last time you guys were exploring some unexplored corners of the Almery. Uh, finished out a little corner and started heading back. Got chased by some daggers, and Athos disappeared. Um, made your way back to Cronia, ended up getting a little bit of her history from long, long ago, and went to turn it in to Lady Cruchim. And she, on the way, you met Siga. Is that how you call it?
Yeah.
And then from there, you got a clue about how to make imperishable cloth. And you started heading back into the gardens initially because you wanted to see what was past the witch in there. So this is Celandine's room, and you went through the eclipse pit actually, using with the help of some of the dark roses, and emerge into the place where Alpha Dread is.
Before that, um, I'm gonna stop Sega and I'm gonna tell him like, um, I don't think we want to talk to this woman. She's well. Last time we tried to talk, she kind of sicked the golem on us. So I don't think she's very happy to see other people.
Yes, that would I would agree with that impression of by your description.
Can I peek into the room to see if she's there?
She is there. She actually has a canvas propped up in front of her, and she is painting the kind of antler-like protrusions from her skull, made entirely out of different letters and characters, are a little bit more calm than you saw the first time.
Okay, she seems happier this time. Um, okay, so if I'm not wrong, to the north is the 5 doors that we don't want to open, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And
To the south
going
is the Oku.
the oak. And we haven't gone to the west.
Yeah, you haven't gone there, but you know that's where her strange golem came from.
And she's kind of here, right?
She's in the corner. She's here with her back to you, painting.
Well, I don't really see a lot of choice going down its dead end. So
You know what?
let's
Your spell might still be active. Because it'll last up to an hour. Did you... No, you might... You guys took a long rest.
yeah.
Yeah, never mind. But you can cast it again if you want.
Well, we gotta get past her and possibly the golem, so it's not a bad idea. Yeah,
I will
I'm gonna
warn you,
cast
I'm wearing armor
Pass
heavy
Without
enough
Trace.
that it gives me disadvantage on stealth.
Okay, that tosses the balance a little bit. I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace then. Just in case.
You're just gonna try to go straight across?
Let me see. Yeah, like I don't want to get close to those doors.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they curse just by being near them. So yeah.
I'll then each of you roll stealth.
With the plus 10, that's a 19.
Could be worse.
Could have been in that one. I was kind of expecting that, actually.
Well, I got a 20 with this.
Alright, because she's not paying attention, you can go straight through, but as soon as you get to the next room, or even partway into this room, you see that her golem is kind of just standing absently in the middle of the room, waiting for commands. It's a weird looking creature with fork-like hands and just a strange open hole instead of where you would expect a face.
But it doesn't seem active right now, right?
No, not right now.
Be careful. And I'm gonna try to go
When you
like,
try to
close to the
step
wall.
into the room, you realize there's some kind of magic that's preventing you from actually entering the room.
Oh crap.
It feels like a solid wall.
Let me see something. Well, I don't want to pull out the big guns, but I'm gonna try to dispel magic. Because I really don't want to talk to Alpha Dread.
Why don't you make a wisdom check then?
Wisdom check?
Yes.
Max DC is presumably 20.
I got a 20.
As you reach forward and touch this wall, as soon as you finish the spell, your hand passes through it.
Yes! Let's go!
Siga won't speak, but he will nod his head sharply and follow.
Do we need to roll stealth again, or is it enough with the previous one?
We'll just keep the last one. And let you move on to the next room. The floor in this room is tiled with several different shades of blue. It is pretty small. The blue seems to catch light in strange ways from a source you can't really determine. But it looks like shimmering clouds in a summer sky. That's kind of what the color looks like, but the image is of a sun in a shimmering sky. Slightly green hue to everything.
Can I put my foot on it and stand? Or
Yes.
okay. Where's the sun in this?
In the center of the room.
And there's nothing alive here.
You
Right.
don't see anything moving other than the shimmering of the floor.
Okay. So that was the thing.
Shall we keep moving?
I think so. There doesn't seem to be a lot of stuff here. If I come closer to the sun, does it get warmer?
No.
Okay.
Siga, you do notice his shadow is being cast as if from the sun, or from the center of the room.
Interesting. Seems that even as a image, the sun that the image of the sun is casting the light.
I'm tempted to touch it, but based on previous experiences, I don't think that's a good idea.
Very well. And C will step forward and lightly put the toe right at the edge, into the edge, over the edge of the sun.
You don't notice anything. The room gets slightly darker, but other than that, it seems like a solid floor.
A neat magical trick, nothing more. And then Siga will just keep going. He will path around the sun, but he won't keep a wide berth around it.
Well, it seems a little bit too simple compared to other stuff.
Oh, what is it you expect then?
Well, there was a place where the shadow made you fall, like the floor stopped existing. And
An
there
apt
was also
metaphor, then.
and there was another place where the floor was moving like it was sea or stuff like that. This one is simple. There's also that place where the painting tries to kill you if you pass through. Uh, there's some complicated spells going on.
In the next room, you can see ahead of you giant mutated tulips in blue pots.
I think you cut out for a second for me. Did you say a giant mutated tulip?
Yes, flowers in blue pots.
Okay.
There are how many? We'll say 5. The openings of the tulips are so overgrown that they kind of droop down, and these mouth-like protrusions kind of just twitch and twinge suddenly.
What's the lighting like in here?
There's a single torch on the right wall.
All right. Siga is going to start walking towards the one down here, and as he does, he will fish out from under his armor the hilt and broken off blade of some sort that's hanging on a chain around his neck, and he'll hold it up towards the plant as he steps towards it, and then cast light on the broken sword.
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch because I'm getting vibes of Orchid Man here.
Basically, Siga is looking to see how, if at all, they react to light.
As you get close, you kind of feel like a twinge in the back of your skull. And you can feel a powerful magic coming from these kind of creatures. And
All right.
It kind of turns its head and looks, and you feel it staring at you even though you can't see eyes.
At me, not at the light.
At if you're getting close to it, then it stares at you.
All right, and that is what I originally said. So,
do I see anything weird on the wall, like any possible secret walls, like we did on the thing that spoke the truth?
There is a small crack here that's too big for you to squeeze through, but it looks like something has dug their way through the wall in that corner.
I assume you're too small to squeeze through.
Yes, sorry. You probably couldn't even get your whole arm inside the hole. It's that small.
Oh,
Can I see the little bird?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, as Hagur is moving upwards, Siga is kind of moving the light left and right, see if the plant tries to follow it at all.
The plant starts drooling and just staring at you.
Right, I'll back up a few paces and then turn and head back up towards where Vigor is going.
What are you looking at, Bigor?
I'm looking at the hole to see if there's like any creature or anything inside it. You know what? I'm actually gonna take my eye out and put it close to the wall, but I'm not gonna like as far as my arm can reach.
Roll perception.
Coming up.
When he sees Bagor literally take the eye out of his eyeball socket, he's gonna give out a startled and um, blank out on the other word I'm trying to think of. Hiss.
Forgot you didn't see that before.
You see kind of scratches at the wall and drag marks leading into the hole, but you don't see any movement inside the hole or anything like that.
Okay. So I think this here is dragging people in. So maybe let's not get closer to that. And I'm gonna put my eye back in.
Indeed. And I
Why?
will step towards where Bagor was and bend down and peer into it. Just kind of from a distance.
You see you also notice some dried stems kind of leading inwards that just seem out of place. Also, as you guys are over here, this plant on the left, kind of its pot tips over and rolls this way, and then the plant stands back up again. And the plant closest to you starts drooling.
Sega.
I see it, and he'll materialize his great sword. It seems they do not wish to allow us passage.
Maybe. Maybe it's a good time to tell you there used to be some orchids that tried to kill us a long time ago.
And it's not much of a step from orchids to tulips.
Yeah. Uh, just in case, do you have any fire you can use?
I don't actually know. Let me check. I think I mostly just have radiant.
Okay.
I have. I have one. No, that's radiant. Never mind.
Let's
No.
do something. Get ready to advance or attack. I'm gonna come to this side to try and like make it come here. And I'm gonna stand around here a little bit close.
If you guys are going to try something against them, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
First initiative roll on a new character. Luckily, they did not get that combined initiative of 53.
Doesn't look like I can name them. Okay, I think I'm ready. You guys have the surprise round, so Bagor can go first.
I'm too close to hit it with produce flame, right?
No, you can.
Okay, then I'm gonna burn it. Yes.
It's pretty close, but for the sake of the crit, I'll say you burn it to just a smoldering twig of a stem, and it's dead.
Okay, that was easier than I thought. I'm gonna come on here a little bit closer to the other ones. And that's my turn.
Siga?
Alright. With a battle cry that's pretty much just wordless, he's going to step forward a bit into here and strike once at the one above him on the map, and then we'll see who he strikes at. Lovely. Give him.
Yeah, just a complete miss with your magic weapon.
Yeah. So second attack also on that one.
What does everybody get second attacks, but I don't?
I had to take an Eldritch Invocation to get one. Warlocks
Okay.
don't generally.
Okay, would you say that was the one above or on the right?
Yeah, above.
It is still around. Then we will start at the top of the turn order. A couple of this one starts rolling. This one rolls up to Bagor.
Come on. Come on.
Is going to cast a spell on you.
Oh no.
Can it? Its spores kind of just erupt from it, and you can't help but breathe them in. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
All right, let me see. That's a no.
You are shrunk to half your size.
What?
You also have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
I think I just became Atha's size.
Yeah.
The one next to Siga is also going to cast a spell.
Do I get attack opportunity for that in 5e? I don't remember.
No. Unless you have a feat.
No.
The spell doesn't exist in 5e, but let us make a Constitution saving throw. when you breathe in the spores, your body becomes partially gaseous.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Bagor, it is your tiny turn.
Um. Okay, being so close, I'm gonna try to hit it with my sword. Where is my... Oh, there you are. I'm gonna go like... Tiny attack. I don't think that hits.
No, it just misses barely. Anything with your bonus action?
I'm gonna try to come to this side, just in case.
Okay. Siga.
All right. I think for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Branding Smite. Okay, I thought it was on spell card, not attack. Basically, it adds damage to attack,
Got it.
to one attack. And then I will. Oh, that's not. Then I'll make one attack, the first attack on one on my right.
Okay.
The 16 hit.
Yep.
Alright. And then because it's a level 3, I get plus 3d6 radiant on.
That plant just evaporates.
Alright, and then I'll make my second attack at the remaining one. 14?
14 hits.
Or 14 damage. No,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, sorry.
19.
I was
19 for
reading the
14.
spell. Does the Branding Smite only take place on the first attack?
Yeah.
Okay, with your damage that you did before to this one, it also falls on the ground and you can feel your body starting to become whole again.
Shockingly, that was the plan. And then with another war cry, since I haven't moved yet, I will move 30 feet towards that one. Not quite in range.
But he will gladly come up to you. And make a strength check. Just a check.
Alright.
I don't know what bonuses he gets, but a natural one is not going to be good for Mr. Plant. You feel partially weightless, but you force yourself back to the ground. And the plant next to Bagor is going to try and swallow him.
Ah, crap.
Bagor, you are now inside this tulip. It doesn't have teeth or anything, but it is hard to breathe, and you feel like a burning with the liquid on your skin.
Yeah, the psychological damage still there.
I should probably roll some kind of acid damage. 6 points of damage for now. And take a turn.
It's the first time I'm eaten alive. Is there any way that I can try to get out?
You still have your sword in your hand. You can try to kind of. It's difficult to maneuver. You might have disadvantage, but you can try and maneuver around to try to do some damage on the inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to open it up and come out of it. So let me try to hit it. Well, with disadvantage,
Yep.
that's an 18.
Because your sword has also shrunk, you'll deal a little bit less damage. Oh, well, I guess a lot less damage.
Wow. Okay, so that's 5 damage.
But unfortunately, you are still inside this thing. Siga.
All right.
Unless you have a bonus action, Bigor.
No, not really. My bonus action is just to yell out.
You hear a muffled scream and turn, and you no longer see Bigor.
Yeah. Do I want to do? I think I'm going to. No, that's actually never mind. I'm just going to attack the one next to me. 17 for 13.
Yes, still alive.
All right, and then my other attack. 17 for 8.
Yeah, you slash up its tulipy face, and it falls limp on the ground.
And with another war cry, combining rage and victory, I charge towards the last one.
It's just going to. Well, it may as well try and shrink Siga as well if you can make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
You are not shrunk, and it is going to roll away from you, so you can have an opportunity attack.
All right. I'll take that opportunity attack to cast Booming Blade on.
Ooh.
This is the entire reason I took this feat. So 20 to hit for 14 damage, and if it keeps moving after I hit it, then another 2d8.
And I think just 9 damage, and the 5 is if it moves.
No, it's a boosted attack. So it's the normal attack and damage plus damage from Booming Blade because I'm at least 5th level. And then if it moves, it takes 2d8 extra damage.
So
at level,
the thunder damage won't apply unless it moves another 5 steps, right?
At first level, yes, but because we're above 5th level, the melee attack itself deals extra thunder damage and the moving damage increases.
Oh, I see. just wasn't finished reading. Okay. It stops moving, but it is still trying its best to digest Bagor. Bagor, you take 11 points of acid damage as your skin is burning. It is your turn. You can feel it starting to weaken its grip around you. I'll say you can kind of push and stretch enough that you don't have disadvantage on your attack anymore.
Okay, let's try and hit it again. 17.
And you stab your sword through and kind of just rip straight through it, and you are able to pop your head out. No. And as you stand up, you start growing to your normal size again.
I'm gonna try to shake off that acid that I have. I'm gonna like tastes like piss.
Let me help you, friend. And as I'll, go over to him and help pull him up and steady him, I'll also do healing hands on him, so you'll get 6 HP.
6?
Yes.
Hey, that's a nice trick. Thank you.
Asthma racial. It's not very strong, but it's there. Once a day.
All right. Now I know what it's like to be Athos. He's very small.
Well, size does not necessarily influence how strong they are. Strong of heart and mind, I mean.
Oh no, yeah, he's very strong in that sense. It's just this is the first time a thing eats me. It was kind of weird.
Siga barks out a short laugh and then says, "Yes, I assume so."
I can still feel that acid. Blech. Blech. Disgusting. Let's just go.
As you kind of head towards the north side of the room, you notice that kind of the vines that are strewn alongside the floor are growing.
The ones over here?
No, up here. The kind of just like a thin layer of vines on the floor. They're all moving away from the north side and spreading out elsewhere.
Okay, I don't like how that looks. I'm gonna have a produce flame ready, just in case.
I will keep my greatsword. Actually, just for fun, because vines being more plants, I'm going to switch to great axe. Which is technically objectively worse, but an axe seems more thematically appropriate. Chopping down plants.
You know what would be great if you could do it? Gardening scissors.
I think, what's it actually say?
This room is filled with vines that are constantly rising and growing. It's full of roses sprouting from the walls, sprouting from cracks in the floor, and sometimes even going through like a whole life cycle of dying and their petals falling to the ground and then regrowing again. So there's like constantly roses opening and shedding petals across the whole room. And like anything below waist level is kind of just covered in petals. Against the east side of the wall is a desiccated corpse with a crown of yellow petals that seem to be growing from outside of its head.
That looks fancy. Um,
You can feel like the vines underneath your feet, their growing is kind of just throwing you a little bit off balance. As the ground is constantly moving with growth.
It is as if Chansei and Mathanda worked together to create this place.
I want to pick up a flower, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Ooh, I'm gonna take out the black roses and see if putting them on the ground makes them grow and die as well.
As you start bending down, you see vines come up from the ground and grab the rose that you have and pull it into the ground, and then you start to see a new plant growing.
That's kind of neat. Well, I'm out of ideas. What do you want to do?
Siga will take a few cautious steps into the room.
Oh, Bagor, if you want to
Instead
try to keep your spell, can you make some Constitution saving throws? I think you took damage twice.
Oh, the pass without trace?
Yes.
That's one.
So you
Yeah, I
lost
no
that.
longer have.
What were you saying, Siga?
I mean, instead of answering Rigor, Siga is just going to take a few cautious steps into the room.
I mean, it's definitely beautiful as like the petals kind of swirl up around you.
Right. Once again, Siga is going to take out that piece of blade. And I misspoke earlier. It's not the hilt end of the sword that's there. It's kind of like the top quarter point of a sword that's hanging on a chain.
Okay. Without like a handle, it's just a blade.
Yeah, it's just there. I put a hole through it to put a chain through it.
Okay.
So I'll have this up and cast light on it, see what happens.
Some of the nearby plants kind of start. The roses bud faster, and some of the vines start climbing and rising up off the ground and heading towards your light.
Is there any plant that stays alive longer than the rest? One that doesn't die?
Pretty much. Yeah, I'll say pretty much the only thing that's not moving in the room is the corpse. And that includes his flower crown.
If I were to hypothetically cast Speak with Plants, it says that I imbue plants within 30 feet. with limited sentience and animation. Uh, does it look like it will be a good idea? Like, do they survive long enough to answer questions?
Um, Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's a lot of text. Um, I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants. I'm gonna be like a little bit further in so that I have like a wider range.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell them like, hello, good day. Are any of you trying to kill us?
As soon as you finish the spell, almost before you get the chance to speak, you hear um, the plants kind of like moaning and sighing with ecstasy.
Okay. I can still talk like normal, right?
Yes.
Um, Siga, I think we're in a plant orgy.
That is not a phrase I'd ever thought I'd heard being said.
Yeah, they look like they're really enjoying themselves.
Oh,
Um,
I probably should mention because it is probably should be obvious. And this might change like some of the things you've done, but it seems like all the vines on the ground are growing from that side of the room.
okay, so maybe it's the crown.
After Bagur says that, I will cancel the light spell on the bit of sword and hide it away again.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and ask them like, hello, are any of you trying to kill us?
Uh, you hear um, not really responding to you, but they do begin to speak, and they kind of just say, "He feels so good."
Okay. Um, question. Do you think something bad will happen if we go closer to that guy? Like something hurting either you or us?
Siga, you start feeling like a pulsing inside of your chest.
Oh,
Um, the plants like kind of almost in unison scream, "Don't touch him."
All right. I was just asking. Chill. So, Siga, it looks like it's a very bad idea to come closer to that guy.
aye, that does not truly surprise me, I believe.
Yeah, like it's very weird that they stopped whatever they were doing and then yelled at me. So maybe we go one?
Siga, you hear a
That's
voice. Uh, it it just says one word: evil.
huh. All right. I assume I can't tell where it's coming from.
You can't like pinpoint a source, but the voice sounds familiar.
All right. without going closer, I want to try to get as good a look at the uh, supposedly dead person as I can. No, particularly mostly looking for any kind of signs of dark magic or undead or anything like that.
Its skin is pulled tight against its face. Um, Vines. It does have like some kind of rotted eyes inside of its eye sockets, but vines are crawling out of it and moving to the side as if like tears.
All right. Can I roll religion to see if I had heard anything about any legends or anything like that about a crown of roses or thorns or whatever they were?
You can make a roll. This is not something you've heard of, but
All right.
The way that energy seems to be radiating from this thing reminds you of powerful necromancy, although it has been twisted in some way to interact with plants.
All right. Though I will point out, just so you know, for future reference, I don't actually have any kind of magic or detect alignment abilities.
Okay.
So, yeah, and Isigo will spend actually a fair amount of time doing this, examining and looking at it. Like, and then after a bit says, I do not trust that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's dead, but I know what you mean.
The corpse is dead, but there's clearly still something there.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the plants that we're gonna be passing through, and if we step on any of them, sorry. We're probably just gonna go.
They don't respond with words. They're just kind of continuing with their sighs.
Okay, very well. Is there a way that I can cancel the spell to stop hearing that?
Yes, you can end your concentration. Oh, actually, it's not a concentration spell, but I will say
Not really.
you can end it.
Yeah, I really don't want to hear 10 minutes of moaning. All right, so I'm gonna start moving ahead.
All right. Um, Isigo will slowly follow, but he's going to kind of go sort of sideways so he can keep the uh, corpse in view as he goes.
Doesn't appear to move. In the next room, There's a large lamp chained firmly to the ceiling. Um, it seems to be kind of just casting a strange shadow. It's slightly kind of swaying and spinning. Not like it's been touched recently, but kind of just on its own. But the shadow doesn't match up with where it's positioned and how it's spinning.
So it's like a lamp that's casting a shadow, but it doesn't seem to have.
You cut out there.
Sorry. The light is casting a shadow, but it doesn't look like somebody moved it recently.
Yeah, it's kind of just like very slowly spinning and very slowly swinging. Uh, it it's kind of like a lantern with its own like cage and everything. And the shadow that is casting of the cage on the ground is not matching up with the exact position that you can see of the lamp.
Okay, so another shadow then. Hmm.
Um, presumably, well, actually, that's not actually what I was going to ask. Does it look like the shadows that are cast are concealing anything? Or the floor that the shadows are on is different than the lit floor or anything like
It
that?
seems to be just as plain as most of the other garden floor, with mostly dirt, some vines, a lot of it kind of emanating from the room you just left. A lot of vines on the walls.
Well, I guess I'm going to continue the practice and do the same thing with the light, casting the light spell on the bit of sword. See, and then try to make shadows with my hand and see how those behave.
Those would behave exactly as you'd expect.
All right, I'll cancel the light spell and go back. Does it? Is there any pattern why to why the light looks like it wouldn't match up? Like, are they all further out from the center than I would expect, or something like that?
Um, would you like to make an intelligence check?
Straight intelligence. All right. I have some idea of what light does.
This light, it appears to match the shadow appears to match the speed of the rotating and the speed of the swinging, but it's just not synced up.
Huh.
It's like the timing is different.
That is
Is
curious.
is the shadow at any point coming closer to the doorway?
Uh, it is kind of just in all directions. It doesn't appear to be influenced in any one direction more than any other.
I'm gonna try to put my hand over the shadow, the old hand, to see if anything happens.
Um, your hand doesn't appear to cast a shadow.
Oh, that's interesting. If this was 3.5, I'd say I was going to roll to display the illusion. Or maybe that's second ed. I don't remember. But as it is, I'm going to take my hand off my sword and then just cast a single Eldritch Blast upwards and see if it hits the ceiling where I would expect it to.
I would say yes.
Okay. I'm basically checking if there's like a pane of glass or something in the way, or something that would affect, like a plane of some sort that would change things. But it doesn't seem like it. And in the lamp itself just looks like a normal flame casting the shadow or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's kind of just a shaded lamp with its own like little cage for structural integrity, and that's what kind of just
Yeah.
casting strange lines.
All right. Well, we probably keep poking at and asking questions for a while, but I'm just gonna short that by starting to walk into the room.
You do not notice any shadow behind you.
Just out of morbid curiosity, I'm just gonna let him walk for a bit before I start moving.
All right. I'm not gonna go directly under it, but I will keep going to the other door.
When he's
Actually,
about... Sorry, go ahead.
correction. I'm gonna go this way around. How far do the vines go that are coming out of the room we just came from?
They go pretty much everywhere. Kind of in all directions, pretty much to the walls, and the walls are all essentially covered with vines.
Oh, okay.
But you can see they kind of stop at the door to the north, and they go under
Okay.
instead of over.
All right. Well, I'll actually walk over kind of here, and the girl sees Siga kind of change his weapon into a longbow turn and kind of draw towards, aiming towards where the corpse was, and then take a look around at the vines and visibly change his mind and switch back to a great axe and move towards the other door.
I'm gonna be walking behind him, like after he's around halfway through the room.
For Siga, the architecture in the place to the north is not something you've seen before. It is the museum-like architecture of the gallery. And when Bagur catches up, and he is likely to recognize this room has a painting on one of the walls that is large orbs of color, and the ground is littered with circular splashes of paint.
Ah, crap. Siga, do you by any chance have any uh, food or anything that rots easy?
I do have some rations with me, yes.
Careful with that here. If we're back to the gallery, time is weird. Usually food goes bad really quick.
That is most inconvenient. How have you dealt with this before?
Basically stuffing our faces with food whenever we try to eat, doing it as fast as we can, keeping the food in the bag of holding we have.
Then perhaps I should move my rations over there into that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, or we're gonna be without food.
Alright, and then I will match actions to words.
So this is a room Bagor has seen before. I don't know what you would have called it on Athos's map, but it is next to one of the giant orreries that you've seen.
Alright, apparently I messed the map before because I thought we'd already explored all the entrances to that room.
Did you explore one room to the south of that?
I don't have any room to the south.
Okay, that might have been my mistake. But there's one room south, and that leads to this.
Alright, that's fine.
So this is the one close to the negative painting, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Crap. Um, where? I think we already explored most of this place.
Yeah. We'll have to go in the gallery. We'd be going all the way pretty much back to the entrance to get to somewhere new. It looks like. Unless we've solved the orrery, which I'm pretty sure we haven't.
Yeah, but I don't think we can. Well, we already went to the other one, right?
Which other one? The other orrery, you mean?
Yeah, there was another one, an older one.
Yeah, there's an
To the other
overgrown
side.
one that we found through the uh, sky walkways. That's pretty much directly right on enough.
I think, Caleb, would we remember whatever date the other orrery was showing?
I know Athos made a very good sketch of it and the settings, but don't I don't know if he would have kept that on his person or in his bag.
That orrery was kind of stuck in a particular position, I think maybe due to like vine overgrowth. And the goal for the orrery in the gallery is to match it up exactly while moving to the current date and time.
Hmm. Let me. I don't think I have any divination spells to figure that out.
Yeah, unless prestidigitation can do it. I don't have anything either.
I mean, we can give it a couple spins just to see if it works, but I don't think we're gonna make any progress.
Out of character, probably not worth it. Because that's an extra exposure to the Hello Words, which if I remember right, came either when we entered the room or when we exited it. They started to chase us. I don't remember which. Still, if we're headed to the library, which Suga doesn't know how to get there, but out of character, I guess there is a area of the gallery we haven't explored yet that looks like it might go in the right direction. So that might be our best bet. To the left of the rock cave with the not a lion or the not a
With
tiger,
the
whichever which.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, let's try to go that way. There's a safe room nearby too, so we can maybe eat there.
Yeah, short rest or something.
Give me just a second to think about something here. Yeah, what I'm gonna do for convenience sake, let me. I don't know how I would best depict this, but let's say that you hear kind of over to the left. Let's see if I can move this. If the room above you is for the globes, and it kind of goes into the orrery here, or no, orrery up here, you hear some crumbling, and this wall collapses, making a new entrance. And you can peek in and see a room with decaying and dead plants everywhere. This room is adjacent to one of the sphinxes, which is adjacent to the reptile king room.
Yeah. Okay. Well, after this wall spontaneously crumbles, Siga will turn to Bagor and say, "It seems the gods truly smile on us today, perhaps."
Well, that's. Let's go with yes. Let's go with yes for now. Although I'm not going to be really sure about that until something does not try to kill us.
So are you heading in that direction?
I
Yep.
think so.
I'm going to go ahead trying to keep an eye out. See if there's anything coming up.
As soon as you enter into this room in the gallery, I believe some large orbs of paint start slowly following you.
Well, if we're going by comic rules, I can still walk
Sorry,
normally and fire Eldritch Blasts at them.
I disconnected for just a bit. What happened?
As soon as you enter into this room in the gallery, so two large, colorful orbs start floating after you.
Oh, right. The paint. Uh, I'm gonna come closer to those and try to pop them before we move on. And I'm gonna tell Sigo, like, those things usually chase us for a long time.
So you reach out and touch them.
Yep. I'm gonna try to pop them before they get to us.
You touch them and you're covered in blue and yellow paint. And they collapse in on themselves.
Okay, this is gonna take a while to get off. Let's go before it gets more bubbles. And I'm gonna try to walk ahead, wiping the paint.
I think. Hang on, let me just double check. Would his clothes count as objects no larger than 1 cubic foot for cleaning by precipitation purposes?
Yeah, it might take multiple casts, but it's a cantrip, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, so I'll start doing that as he walks. I won't tell him I'm doing it, but as he's walking forward, I'll stay behind him and cast it several times on him to clean his stuff as I walk behind him.
I'm just gonna shake and like, this is coming faster than I thought. Okay.
You guys eventually arrive into the area with dead plants. It smells like a jungle. The air is super humid. All the plants here are brown and decaying. They're kind of grown, or either grown into a symbol, or they have been placed into a symbol in the middle of the ground.
Well, I guess I will do another inevitably futile religion check to see if I can know what it is. Because it's probably not a religious check to begin with, but I'm gonna roll it anyway.
And in all your years of studying religion, you have not seen such a thing.
Let's see. The plants are like making a symbol on the ground? Does it look like a spell circle or something?
Yeah, very similar.
Can I don't think I have Arcana, but is there a way that I can try to see if that is active or if it works right now?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana, and we'll see.
Let's see. I got plus nothing on that. Well, that was good enough.
It seems to be with your kind of knowledge and innate sensing of plants that whatever this is doing, it's meant to stop the growth of plants from invading new areas. And it seems to be working so far.
Huh, that's interesting. Uh, Siga, do you have any paper and ink? Maybe I can draw this?
I don't think I do.
Crap. I'm gonna try real hard to memorize that. It may come in handy later.
Okie dokie.
Let me just roll this just for fun. Yeah, no, I don't think that works.
And from here, there's a door south back into the garden, but north leads to Fortuna, the Sphinx-like statue. Her crown
The
is...
one with the riddles?
Yes, her crown is composed of the battlements of a city. City called Nyctopolis, I believe. And she would probably recognize Bagur. He helped her in the past. She knows a lot of answers to riddles, but not a lot of riddles.
Crap. Siga, are you really smart? Because last time she was getting anxious with some things I did.
I have a solid knowledge of military tactics, but I'm not. I am aware that I'm not the brightest person. Out of character, I have 10 int and 8 ways.
Yeah. Here's the thing. She usually gives you like an answer, and then you have to reply that with a riddle. And if we fail, she gets like really antsy, really angry as well. So maybe we're gonna have a difficult time with this.
Also, I think last time there was 4 of us trying, not 2.
Yeah, that might make it difficult.
I'm gonna come in and say hello. Hi, how's it going?
It's you again.
I'll follow him, but I will make sure I have the sword. I'm just going to call it an amulet from now on, even though it's not technically. I'm going to make sure that's out of and exposed on my chest. And I'll also dispense my weapon.
Have you come to ask me more questions about the maze?
Maybe. Before that, have you remembered anything about your city? Did we help last time?
Oh, I know everything about my city. It's just I can't remember much of anything else other than Nyctopolis. And I just think that maybe if I can find riddles for all of the answers that I have. Maybe that will unlock the knowledge in my mind. But I have kept up with some of the goings on inside the maze here.
Excellent. Well, we need to know where to find the lizard people, so maybe you can help us with that if we figure out one of your answers.
Very well. I know the answer to a riddle, and it is your reflection.
Your reflection. Okay. Uh, Let me think for a bit.
Perhaps something about what is visible but not able to be touched? Though that is likely too vague, with too many possible answers.
Is a good start to be sure.
Okay, so what is visible but can't be touched? Um, if you find a stream, you can find me there, maybe? Hmm. Let me think. Oh, what about this? What is visible but can't be touched? Sometimes visible, but only when you're around.
Yes, that might do. Let's see, what did you want to know? You wanted to know about the lizards. Well, I believe if you look behind me, that you'll find the secret entrance that you've used before, and that will take you as close to the lizards as I can get you.
Seems like a good plan. Uh, okay. Maybe if we keep going, we're gonna find someone smarter and they can help you a little bit more than us. I'm not I'm not the best at this, sorry.
Very well. Goodbye.
Okay, see you around.
Yeah. Before he leaves, Sieg will bow and then say, "Goodbye. Thank you for your aid, Lady Sphinx."
Finding the entrance behind her, you see a strange three-dimensional labyrinth of platforms, causeways, and arches stacked on top of each other. Can't really see a bottom. But surely if you fall, you'll smash your head against some piece of architecture below you. You guys have discovered that as long as you keep walking, you'll end up somewhere, as confusing as it gets.
Do we see the old Lizard King from here?
Not from the entrance, no.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna tell Siga about this place, that it always seems to shift whenever we come in.
Yes. Well, that's a bit of a tactical nightmare.
Yeah, it was kind of weird the first time. Um, there is a way out, so it's not really a problem. The actual problem is where, because it seems to change. Last time we did this like 2 or 3 times, and we went to different places each time.
Well, you can walk along.
Yeah.
Eventually, you come across a rock outcropping, and you see below is a strange lizard man on a throne. It's about 100-foot climb down on the rocks.
Oh, excuse me for a sec. I'll be right back.
Alright, we can take a little break. I can get some water. Be right back.
All right.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Is everyone here?
I'm good.
Yep.
So would you like to interact with the Reptile King at all, or just keep walking?
Um, just keep walking. I don't think we're gonna. Well, there was a way out with him, right?
The path kind of goes on without him.
Yeah, no. In that case, then keep going.
Yeah. All I have in my notes about him is his name and a brief description. I don't remember anything about what he said, really, aside from a bit of the history.
After what
Sorry.
feels like a couple hours, you end up in this section of the Saurid archives.
Okay, so we're back here. Did we go north?
It's basically a small compound here with really only one exit. That's the north.
All right.
Not that Siga knows that, but
So let's see. So the sunset, libraries, and going north. There's lamp room, there's a bridge, and we didn't go north after that. And there's two places in Seminomor's lab that we didn't check.
I think there was a door going up at the bridge that was locked or something like that, if I remember right.
I think so.
But there's still plenty of places to go. So.
Yeah, we're here, right?
Yes.
Well, let's try not to ring this doorbell, so maybe we can go this way. Because the lizard people don't really like me.
This first room is kind of tiles on the floor arranged into. Looks like somebody started making a blue on blue sunset, but then stopped. Somebody else finished it, but like started in a different spot and stopped, and then so on and so on until every space is kind of just filled with a mishmash of bad artwork because it's all kind of just jumbled together. And it leads into.
As we go through that room, I'm gonna materialize the greatsword again.
This lizard man mummy. He's kind of just tearing pages out of a book and eating them.
It was doing that the last time, right?
Close enough.
I'm gonna whisper to Siga before we go on. How do you feel about undead?
They're generally either a result of or actually an abomination.
Yeah, there's a lot of those here. Apparently, these lizard people became undead. I didn't notice last time, but one of the other guys I was with said that. They have a lot of paper inside their bodies, so maybe touching books doesn't seem like a good idea here. If anybody asks, we have permission to come in from the old king, just in case.
Naturally.
And I'm gonna tell him a bit about how we met him and all of that.
All right.
So how would you like to walk past this dude?
Like I own the place. No.
So he goes down
I'm
with that.
gonna I'm gonna pretend that it's perfectly normal for me to be here. We already saw him once, so unless he approaches, I'm not gonna um, acknowledge him.
And I'll follow his lead, staying precisely 2 steps behind him and 1 step to the right.
Uh, while he has paper in his mouth, he's going to shout out, "You there! Do you have your permission slip?"
Crap. Yeah. We already actually passed through here, remember?
I
I think.
remember you. Yeah. Where's your permission
Yeah.
slip?
Let me see. I think we had that on the bag of holding.
Probably somewhere. You might not have written it
Yeah.
down.
I'm gonna spend a little bit checking pockets and bags until I pull it out because
Yeah,
I
I don't think
really
we
don't
ever wrote it
remember what
down.
it is.
Fine.
It's always nice
Don't
seeing you here.
don't touch anything.
Nope. Let's go before he regrets that.
You proceed onwards. The room above you is empty cages. Some of them have dead snakes inside of them. Most of them uh, nearly just skeletal. And that leads into another room with a lizard man inside of it. This is a much larger room, even though it doesn't look like it. And I think this is the guy that you have interacted with the most so far.
Oh yeah, that guy. He doesn't like me. Um, is there any way? Is it 30 feet from side to side?
It is close to 50 feet from left to right.
Okay, about halfway through the room, I'm gonna try to make the sound of an animal come from here with my druidcraft to see if I can distract him while we go through.
Okay. He doesn't really look up from reading his book.
Damn it. He really doesn't like me. Let's try to get by in silence. And I'm gonna kind of come in like close to the wall, pretending I don't see him.
And I will continue to follow him precisely 2 steps back and 1 step to the right.
He seems distracted enough that you get by fine.
Yes.
Let's see what else I have drawn here. That is not quite right.
Oh, there was Ovek's pet.
I think at some point we just forgot about it and it just disappeared into the ether.
Yeah, we got distracted for a bit.
The room you were coming from, kind of, this is the bridge here. And there's this room, and then there's more to the left. I don't know if I didn't do this before or what, but
I'm
so
pretty sure you described it, but
directly in front of you is,
I have one that says lamp room.
yep, there is a multi-face artifact hanging from chains. And there are some brass control wheels under it.
We never tried to see what it did.
no.
Kind of centered directly underneath it is an illuminated area. So it's kind of hanging from the ceiling and light is shining from it straight down in a circle.
Is it too high to reach to try and move it?
It's probably like maybe 12 or so feet. It's like just out of reach, but you could get it with some clever thinking if you wanted to touch it. But there are kind of like stands here with some wheels on them. And there are like magic thread going from the stands to the device up the lamp.
I'm gonna look at Siga and I'm gonna tell him like, we were just told not to touch anything, but that seems fun to play with.
Perhaps later then, when we have already explored and found what we wish for.
True, true.
I believe she said we are looking for a spindle of some sort, and well, this looks like no spindle I've ever heard of.
I don't even know what a spindle is.
It is a tool used to create thread out of, well, the precursors to thread.
Hmm. Okay. You sure it's Not this thing. I mean, we may see weird stuff around. And she did say that, well, no. Threads of darkness and light.
I would expect some form of one inputs and outputs, and that just looks like a solid object to me.
It kind
Well,
of like the lamp itself is kind of just like almost circular meteorite kind of just shape.
hmm, well, uh, okay, so maybe later then. We have two ways here. That way to an invisible man's lab, and I don't think we checked this way last time.
No. I think, if I remember right, it was described as like a small corridor or passageway that led into both, so we didn't really see past that one at all.
You can kind of take a peek and you see a strange doorway uh, with a writing along the edges of it, and a lizard woman, also a mummy, kind of just pensively looking at it with her hand on her chin. But there's also a door further north.
It's definitely not the Veil of Death.
Hmm. I think with my perception level, I may be able to make out the letters, but I don't know how to read, so it's kind of weird.
A lot of these are numbers, but I don't know. If you don't know how to read letters, then numbers probably aren't super meaningful.
Yeah, maybe I'm not really into that. Hmm. Do you want to try it this way? She seems busy.
That suits me.
Okay, let's try to go on.
I mean, it's not like
I'm
Siegel will be
gonna
upset if we get into a fight with an undead.
I'm gonna try to keep the permission in my hand just in
Okay.
case.
She seems distracted enough. You kind of shuffle behind her.
Can I take a peek to see if there's anything like of interest here that's keeping her busy?
I'll glance over as well.
Siga, you can tell that there's some kind of mathematical equation carved along the outside of the door. And it's not really a door, it's kind of like a magic gateway. And it is all black with some shimmering.
Is it active?
Um, it could be active. You don't really know what it would look like on or off, but it's not kind of just like you don't see the wall behind it. You kind of just see blackness.
Alright, so there's something. It leads to somewhere that is actually black as opposed to just dark, because I would probably be able to see that. Unless
Yeah, it's just blackness.
weirdness. Yeah.
Maybe it's closed.
I mean, it's not like I have 9 passive perception. It's not like I notice things. Alright, well,
Well, for
she's
now, I'm
distracted
gonna
to
keep moving.
move on.
We'll need a new room for this, just in case. Here there are 4 lizard people. These are not mummies. And they are kind of chameleonoid, which, as Bagor would remember, don't really have a lot of good encounters with chameleon people. They're kind of all talking amongst themselves.
Is that intentionally different?
Yeah,
Yes,
3 of them are women, and one of them is a man.
Alright.
Hmm. Can I try to hear out what they're saying? Are they speaking like in a language I know?
No, they are not. You hear lots of hisses and kind of guttural growls.
Hmm. I'm gonna try to move along the wall, trying not to disturb them. And I'm gonna tell Siga about the time they were attacking the village we saw.
Bandits and raiders, then. Why should we let them live?
Because they're more than us. Also, maybe, I'm just saying this as a maybe. Uh, since we're in a new area that I don't know that well, maybe there are more of them, so we can easily get overrun.
A valid point. Very well.
Uh, as you are walking along, some of their tongues flick out and they sense you and immediately turn. And noticing Siga's drawn sword and your kind of
I
mammal
I
nature,
wave nervously.
they all draw their weapons.
A valid point,
Fuck.
but it seems an irrelevant one.
Ugh. Let's get this over with. They don't like me, I don't like them.
I assume we now roll initiative.
Yes, please.
Hey, a good initiative for a change.
You'd think for someone who's been in the military that he would be better at just initiating combat, but no.
Okay. She can run forward, and she will throw a net at Sika.
At who?
At you. I'm just trying to verify how they work. Roll to attack.
I had 15 AC.
Misses you with the net. And that is that. The man rolls around. And kind of just waits Begor.
Very well. Sega, this is the first time you see this, so don't get scared. And first, I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on myself. And then I'm gonna turn into a bear.
Alright. That will be your
And
turn.
I'm gonna move closer to them, and that's it.
This one's gonna try to throw a net at you. You are netted.
Damn it. This was a little bit cooler on my head.
So you are restrained for now. This one will run and try to net Sika. And you are restrained as well. It is your turn.
Okay.
So your speed is 0. Attack rolls have disadvantage. You can use your action to try to free yourself, or you can try to attack the net.
I think. Does restraint interfere with somatic casting actions at all? I don't think it
Not
does.
usually.
All right. And I would have a weird interaction with that anyway. So I'm going to cast Blink.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes, it is.
Anything for
Is
your
this the
bonus
one
action?
that this is the one
I
that you
don't think so.
exist and vanish?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm not going to use any. I don't have bonus actions, so I'll just roll to see if I disappear. Nope.
No.
Darn it.
Chameleon women in front of you will try and hit Begor with a sword.
all right. With Bark Skin, my AC is 16, by the way. Yeah, that hits.
4 points of damage.
Give me 1 sec. Okay, so I'm at 38 in my bear form.
That's it for that. The Negomancer is gonna just keep moving, kind of biding his time. But Gore.
Okay. I have, as a bear, I have multi-attack. Can I use and one on another person if it works?
Yes.
Or do I have to escape the net?
You can attack, you just have disadvantage unless you try to break the net or you spend your entire action to get free. So you can try to attack the net with disadvantage, or you can spend your whole action to break free, or you can just try attacking others with disadvantage.
I'm gonna try to claw my way out of the net first.
Okay, so make your first attack.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you kind of just slash all the way through the net, and you are able to move freely now.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to bite this one in front of me. 22.
I hope 22 hits.
Yep. You clamp down on her arm, she kind of just rips it out of her mouth. And the one next to you kind of runs up and tries to slash you with her machete. Missing completely.
Good luck.
This chameleon woman is going to cast magic missile at Siga. Just level 1. For 10 points of damage.
Alright.
Your turn.
I will. I'm going to use my bonus action to put my Hexblade's Curse on that one. I'll put that in chat.
Okay.
And then I will attack it with Eldritch Blast. Which I think I get 2. Yeah.
You might have disadvantage on your attack
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, I know. 10 and 9. Didn't need a disadvantage to miss those.
These are pretty quick beasts and a little difficult to hit. So bolts fly past.
And then I disappear.
And the net falls to the ground. Chameleon women. This one's gonna kind of run across to try to gain advantage for flanking. I don't think I have advantage turned on. Oh, there, yeah, I do. Missing.
Yay.
I think they're also supposed to have a bite attack, which also misses.
Yeah.
Negomancer is going to just keep biding his time. Bagor.
Alright. So I'm gonna keep attacking the one I did before, so I'm gonna try to hit the one on top. The bite. And then with the claws. Okay, the claws hit.
Yeah, claws definitely raking through, but these things seem a lot tougher than most of the chameleon women you've ran across so far. The one behind you, Bagor, is going to make 2 attacks.
Wow. That's impressive.
I have very good luck today.
Say for fun, losing their machete completely. And this one running up to where Siga was and not seeing anything will use magic missile at Bagor.
Those just hit, right?
Yep, you take 10 points of force damage.
Okay.
Siga.
Okay.
All right. I appear 10 feet away, so I'm going to.
Yeah, you can be at the same spot or you can move a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to appear 10 feet away here and then move to here.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to make an attack. That's the wrong button. Sorry, ignore that one. With advantage because flanking. A couple times.
Alright, with both hits,
That's the same hit backward.
I noticed.
you're able to take care of that. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Oh. Alright. This guy runs up here and casts a spell on the dead body, and you could see it rewinding time, and you can see you cut it in half, and you see its body forming back together, and it stands back upright.
Oh.
Ah, crap.
Bagor.
Okay, my priorities have changed. I'm going for that guy. I'm gonna come here.
You will get 2 opportunity attacks against you.
Yep, I'm gonna take those.
They're both gonna. Oh, not the. Ignore the second one. It's gonna be a bite instead. So, 10 points of damage total.
Yeah, both of those hit. So 10. Okay. And now I'm gonna do both of mine on that guy. Crap.
Oh no!
Okay, so I'm not gonna do nothing.
That's sad.
Damn it.
Oh, wait, hang on. Well, no, never mind. I forgot to do it then, so whatever.
Can't believe I got 3 natural ones in 2 rolls.
The chameleon woman is going to move a little bit away to recover her machete, and then Run around on Sega.
That was worth it.
Plus 2 bite attacks. Missing.
She gets 4 attacks.
Each one gets 2. Oh, never mind. One of them doesn't go.
Yeah.
So just take the 9 and ignore everything else.
Okay.
Because it's this one that goes, and it's going to kind of move away into a better position, and magic missile on Sika. Nine points. And it's your turn.
Alright. I'm going to attack the one that just got back up in hopes that it didn't get fully healed.
Yeah, your first attack actually takes it out.
Okay. So this time, I'm going to remember my ability and bring it back as a specter. And then I'll have the second attack hit the guy behind me.
Okay.
And I think the specter is in the compendium. It's just spelled ER instead of RE.
I've got it. We will go here. This guy right in front of you, Bagor, is going to take a stab at you with his knife.
Well, apparently I'm not the only one that's missing.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I think, yeah, I have the same wisdom as a bear. So give me 1 sec.
You keep mental stats, don't you? It's just
Yep.
the physical ones that change.
He's got to go to his other sheet. So you feel darkness from this dagger, and you feel like your blood kind of start spurting out of all your wounds, and you're going to take double damage.
Okay, so that's 8.
No, just 4 from this attack, but from in the future, you're going to be taking double damage.
Oh, from now on?
Yes.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Let's go back. Okay. Come on, I can't keep getting ones. Okay. I'm gonna try to attack it again. But I'm gonna try to come here so that I'm on reach of the other one.
The one below me is a specter.
Yeah, the one next to you is your friend.
Okay.
I think.
I'll turn it blue. I don't think I can do that.
Okay, so 16 for the bite and 14 for the claws.
Yeah, he is easy. Oh no, he has a little bit of armor. So your bite will hit him.
Okay, so that's 11 piercing.
He's going to use his reaction and try to transfer the damage from the bite back to you.
Back to me?
And that will be a success. So you take
Crap.
11 points of damage as you bite into his flesh, but you feel the piercing in your own skin. And actually, the damage would be doubled to 22.
Oh. So, give me 1 sec. I drop form. And as a orc, I had 31. Minus the extra 8. I'm on 23. Okay, when I drop form, I'm gonna tell Siga, this guy is kicking my ass, help!
And at that point, I will order the specter that I just formed to kill that necromancer, or to kill that man, I guess would be more accurate.
Yeah, it will head over there and make. Let's see. Life drain +4 to hit.
But it also gets an additional +3 to hit from my charisma because of the spell.
11
So
misses.
+7.
Yep, it missed its attack. Just gets 1, it looks like. Um, 22 hit points. AC 12. Alright. Next up, the chameleon woman next to Siga will bite and machete.
Ow.
Oh crap. I don't see your HP,
I'm
Siga.
on 6.
Crap.
Which means if that thing magic missiles me again, I'm down. Guaranteed.
It might. It'll probably go after this ghost thing, which it doesn't know what's happening. Desecrating their dead. See if it has any immunity. Probably not. So
Has a lot of immunities, but I don't think force is one of them.
8 points of damage to the Spectre, which I've got. Siga.
Alright. I'm going to attack the person next to me twice. That's not the button I meant. 26 and 22.
2
12
hits
and
for
14.
sure. 26 damage. We'll say that's enough. Goes from full health, just in a dying rage. You just cut its arms off and finish it off.
Yeah. And then I'm going to move next to this one. Not there. Move to there. And then see if I disappear.
Yes.
I should not die this turn.
Do you have to make concentration for blink?
Nope.
Alright.
Otherwise, I would have worn off a while ago.
Negamancer. Is going to move up so it can see the corpse you left up there and use its action to undo the last round of combat on the corpse, bringing her back. Bagor.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna cast Healing Word at the 3rd level to heal Siga.
Yeah. I'm on a different plane.
Yeah, you can't see him.
Oh, okay, then I'm not gonna do that. Question. Do I still have my bark skin? They've been slashing at me some. Yeah, that's concentration.
That's true. It is concentration. I didn't think it was. Can you make like 6 Constitution saving throws?
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
Well, he can roll them.
You
Yeah,
failed.
no. Since the first one. Okay. I'm gonna hit it with my sword. Okay, I'm not gonna hit him with my sword. And that's my turn.
Don't have any bonus actions you'd like to take?
No, the one I'm waiting for is for Siga.
Alright, the Spectre will move in and try to attack this dude. Not quite getting past the armor.
Flanking.
Oh, you're right.
The entire reason he would have moved there.
Yes. 3d6 necrotic damage and DC 10 saving throw. Passes the Constitution saving throw. It is going to use its reaction to redirect the damage onto the Spectre. It is immune to necrotic, however, so it does not take any. Chameleon Woman doesn't know where Siga went, so I'm moving in and making a bite attack, missing, and a machete attack.
Fuck.
And you would double that to 24.
24. And yeah, I'm down.
Siga, you watch all this happen from the ethereal plane and pop in.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pop in here. And I know that's the bigger threat. I have an extra round on that. Yeah, I think I'm going to take my first swing at the mage, the guy on the left.
Miss with the first. And miss with the second.
Alright. And pretty sure I don't have any useful bonus actions. Yeah. So nope.
Now this is a lot harder fight than I was expecting for 2 people because there's 5 of them and they're more powerful than the Chameleon Women, Negamancer,
and
actually
they
normally
come
are.
back.
So Morgan's gonna pop out with a lightning bolt. Lasting. It's enough damage. Well, dexterity saving throws, both of them fail. Those two away.
And because the guy I cursed is down, I get healed.
Nigomancer's turn, however. He is going to run away, even though he would be confident with all of his friends. You can each make opportunity attacks. He will use his action to resurrect one of the chameleon women. Oh, Blooming Blade, you're right. Oh. It does hit.
I mean,
and
if he doesn't know what it does, he would still keep going.
Yeah, he'll. Even if he knew, I think he wants to be out. So you can roll an extra 2d8. Minus 9 plus 13, 22. He'd probably use his reaction on his turn to redirect the sword attack from him to you. He would probably miss that attack. And
I think the Spectre also gets.
Yes.
Actually, maybe not. Because it's listed as a melee spell attack. And by default, you can't attack of opportunity spells.
Maybe.
Up to you, I guess.
Probably not. Bagur, you can make a death saving throw.
Here we go.
Spectre, unless you want to change
Nope.
its command, will run after him. Uh, 11 misses. Siga.
Alright, sure the one that got res doesn't go before me?
Oh,
I'm
it
pretty
got ripped off the initiative order because I deleted it and didn't put it back. So yeah, it will. Can it run through the Spectre?
It's intangible. Incorporeal movement. It can move through things, but it doesn't say anything about whether other things can move through it.
It will attack the Spectre. With non-magical. So it has resistance. It gets hit for 2 points of damage. And then you can take your turn.
I don't actually have medicine skill or a healer's kit. I've just realized. And I already used healing hands. I guess
There are potions in the bag of
Yeah.
healing. I don't know.
That's right. Um, can I use a bonus action to get out one of the potions, or would that be a full action?
I'll say sure.
All right. Because basically, what? All right. It's basically as a description. I'm gonna get that bag of holding and start frantically searching through it for a healing potion of some sort, and casually with like my left hand, barely even looking at me, split an Eldritch Blast between the two.
Okay.
First one would probably have been on the closer one.
Alright, 3 points. Is that 2d8 or 2d10? Oh no, it's 1d10
1d10
each. 3 points of damage. Morgan steps up to help Bagor, sees you got a potion. Does he have any more cool spells?
He's a sorcerer. He must.
You just lightning bolt all 3 of them again. The Negomancer makes a save. Chameleon Woman makes her save. Spectre makes a save. So each take 13 points of damage.
Half again for the Spectre because it has lightning resistance. Because that is basically all the resistances.
Negomancer is going to undo the pass round on itself and continue running away with the chameleon woman squeezing by the Spectre, who's just going to keep chasing them.
Yeah.
He can use his reaction and redirect the attack, but it's not gonna have any effect. It just saves him, and that will probably continue on until does the Spectre disappear after a minute or so?
I'm at a long rest.
Okay. Well, unless you change its command, it's probably just gonna keep running around in circles.
I'm gonna say that CG probably forgot about it because he was more worried about getting
Fair.
Bagor backed up. So like a little bit after.
They'll probably be able to kill it eventually.
Yeah. A little bit after I get Bagor back up with the potion, I'll kind of remember it, then call out, kind of mostly expecting for it to not hear and come back. Though he will call out for it to come back eventually.
But that's probably a place to stop because it's late.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and remove a. Huh. I'm not actually seeing any healing potions in there. I think I had some in Athos's inventory. A couple.
Yeah, might have just been like one person each had one. So Bagor might have had just one on his waist or something.
I think I do.
We'll
Let me
figure it
check.
out.
Yeah, I got one.
Absolute worst case, we do have a scroll of Revivify.
All right.
Let me see. Yeah, we got a couple on that village. So I have one.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe even if I'm not trained in medicine and have negative skill, maybe I can like give them advantage on death saves or something. I don't know. Anyway, until next time.
Good night.
Okay, guys. See you.